Hey. Greedy.
Fake written all over you. Hater written all over you. Fake written all over you. I've been in the cold, could feel my toes, but I still stuck to the code. Money won't fold, pockets won't hold enough.
Hey.
Taking my pole now, effing in and out.
Greetings, ladies and
Take me
gentlemen.
well, taking over the trap. I see the real clear, with green Cartier. Popping the real pill, higher than Beverly Hills.
Greetings.
I got too much pill, I give a bitch chills. Took out a small bill, make out the whole spill.
Hey.
The weed feel, I get it back from sale. Came from the east side, she was on detail. Go purchase a new Chanel, I need a refill.
Yeah.
Straight in the trap house, riding the V12. I see the mood dog, I need the intel. Get it trippin', how you gon' t-shirt? If your metro don't trust me, don't listen.
Greetings, ladies and
We don't
gentlemen.
trust you niggas, we don't. We don't trust you. We don't trust you niggas, we don't. We don't trust you niggas.
Hey. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't trust you. You a nigga #1 fan, dog. Tweet this and I don't understand, dog. Pillow talking, acting like a fed, dog. I don't need another fake friend, dog. Can't be about a whole cup sharing, dog. And your feelings, nigga, while you paying, dog. Give her back shots while she laying down. Keep the clock, car gon' trust hole. Top shot, with a gusto. Like a real dog, got a mud hole. Get the hoe, you a John Doe. But with live beans on a hoe. Rapping so for 10, you a hoe. Now I'm feeling turn the toe. Ain't no tipping in, better blow. Try to pop the pills, but
Good morning, Kentucky.
Cobra M's on my chest. Ain't no sabotaging, look for this.
Hey.
In the field, still getting chills in my flesh. Taking coma, turn it to success. Third ready, put on that list. 20 drivers parked at the jet. Whip the phantom to the project.
Yeah, let's go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. Let's do it. Oh, my God. Good morning, Attacky.
Like I'm stuck in a cycle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like
Yes,
I'm
ladies.
stuck in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's I. Good morning,
It's
Jess.
like a curse.
Showtime.
And I
Yeah.
can't escape it.
Let's go. Good morning, DJ. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Kara.
Deja vu when
Good morning, MAGA. I'm your favorite person to see on TikTok. Bright early on a Monday morning. Let's go.
I'm on top of my game, head class. You can tell that I made it.
Look at my grad.
Cars in the garage.
With tanks full of gas. Good morning, Mickey P. Rio. Good morning, my fellow Democrats, my fellow Republicans, my fellow Americans, all right? Not you, MAGA. I really don't have much for you this morning. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Hey! And if they is not texting me, they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do.
I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's Live in a couple
I
of
love it.
days. That shit was radical.
Oh,
It was horrible.
Oh.
I'm like, you've gone.
Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
Silence, clickbait.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
All right. It's like deja vu once again, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. All right, DJ, go ahead and kill the music. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I am your host. I am your pilot. All right, and I'm going to need you all to buckle up because I am in such a great mood today. You know, this is what we've all been waiting for, this day of reckoning. All right. Now, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we must do. Let's get some of the housekeeping items out of the way. All right. Thank you, Rick. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. All right, and you can ask around about me on this platform, TikTok especially. All MAGA demons fear me. These Trump supporters fear Zeus, ladies and gentlemen, because I've been right for quite a while now, and the roosters are now coming home to roost. Good morning, Ange, all right? All right, and the reason that they call me Triple H is quite simple. The first H stands for honesty. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me. Seriously. All right, but that's what the first H stands for. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is I am so humble. Good morning, Southern Lib. I'm the most humble person on social. Jedi Joe, thank you so much. I got your message, and we will address that as well, Jedi. All right, I'm the most humble person. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. All my friends are here. I'm the most humble person on social media. There's nobody more humble than me, ladies and gentlemen. Listen up. If I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. All right, good morning, Jess. All right, and then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. I know, DJ, your voice keeps them moist, but what can you say about all of this handsomeness? All right, now listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you are familiar with what we came to do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. All right, what we do is very special. All right, we hold our friends. I gotta try to keep a straight face this morning because I'm so happy. We hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald J. Trump. Ooh, I can't even say his name without chuckling. Accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes, all right? And believe you me, there's a lot of dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds going on the right, especially with the MAGA Republicans. And I'll be honest with you, all right, I am employee of the month at Biden's DOJ. I'm Biden's employee of the month at the Biden DOJ. I've been personally overseeing a lot of accountability when it comes to MAGA, right? All those 4 indictments that Donald Trump, yeah, I had my hand in that, all right? So the stopping the red wave, I had my hand in that too, all right? And you know right now, Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, he's going broke, and I had my hand in that. All right, thank you, Jazz. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so dangerous on this app when it comes to the truth. I got folks out there like his name is Clickbait, all right? He used to go by the name Click. Then he changed his name to some other nonsense. What does he call himself? Democrat Destroyer. Listen, I got Trump supporters on this app changing their names, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so dangerous. I had a Russian, these folks out here, the Russian bears, Janae. She used to go by Janae. Now she goes by Jay Bear, and then she changed it. Some truth is iron. I got these Trump supporters changing their name, ladies and gentlemen, because guess what? They've brought all the lies to me, all the conspiracy theories to me, and I've debunked every single one of them. And last but not least, there's one Trump supporter out here whose name continues to change, right? When I met him, his name was Thunderlips, ladies and gentlemen. Then I beat him up so bad on this app, he had to change his names to Struggles, and he's been Struggles ever since, right?
Struggle bubbles. Struggle pancakes.
These guys are a bunch of characters.
Struggle in the way. Yeah. He's a struggler.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's get down to business, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, before we get started, I got to give you all a bit of a heads up. If you don't like the truth, you might want to leave this live, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to become very uncomfortable, especially those of you who have that MAGA demon. All right, leave this live and go on about your miserable lives. Listen, these fake TikTok hosts are out there right now. They don't want to deal with today's elephant in the room, so they're over there arguing in these lives about immigration and nonsense like that. They have no evidence that Donald Trump has the ability to fix. All right, so you should leave this live and go hang out with those losers, all right? Because they'll lie to you. I won't. And like I said, it's going to get very uncomfortable this morning for MAGA, all right? But you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Yeah.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Right. All right. Well, let's officially begin. All right. I know Donald Trump is supposed to be appearing in court today. I was trying to honestly see if I could catch him this morning before I, launched into the show, because nothing would have really set me off, for the show than to see Donald Trump heading into the courtroom. But, I guess I'll have to catch it after this show. All right. But before we get into that, let's talk about what's been transpiring the past 24 hours with Donald Trump and his supporters. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump probably experienced one of the most uncomfortable nights of his life. All right. He was up last night meditating and thinking about what Letitia James and Judge Engoron are going to do about this situation that he's found himself in regards to decades of fraud that he is now being held accountable for. All right. Trump rages into the dark of midnight against his building seizures as daylight hit. This is what happened the past 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. This guy is losing it. Former President Donald Trump raged at the possible seizure of his properties in a social media rant posted after midnight as the deadline to post his fraud appeal bond hit. Hours before he was due in court for one of his felony criminal cases. So I want you Trump supporters out there to understand what's going on today. This is what you call double trouble, right? Donald Trump right now is in double trouble. He's getting a double today. He has to go appear in court today to discuss this hush money thing that he's gotten himself in with Stormy Daniels. But then at the same time, he has to put his other leg into the situation where he better put that money up. This is tied to the civil fraud case, right? So he got a civil case on one side and a criminal case on one side. Up in the state of New York, ladies and gentlemen, and he's losing it. There's been a lot of wild speculation about how or if Trump will pay the bond to appeal payment of the fraud judgment that could cost him in excess of $460 million if appeals are unsuccessful. The deadline for that bond, and if the appeals court doesn't intervene, is today. And guess what is also today? Like I said, today is when Donald Trump is expected to appear at any minute in court before Judge Juan Merchan for a hearing in the case that Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, you all should say that with me, Alvin Bragg. Oh, I love it today, ladies and gentlemen, has brought involving hush money payments to porn star Stormy Daniels, which resulted in several dozen count indictment against Trump. All right. And then 10 minutes after midnight, ladies and gentlemen, we all saw it. I posted a video. He raged about the prospect of his buildings being seized and again attacked President Joe Biden with a debunked claim. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I need you all to do. Why did we get up bright and early, my fellow Americans, especially my Democrats, my real Democrats, not the leftists, because they are on some communist stuff. I can't get with them just yet. But to my true Democrats and my true Republicans who really care about our democracy, all right, why did we wake up this bright and early? I'll tell you. Because we have to give Donald Trump and his supporters the legion of MAGA demons out there what they rightfully deserve. Our first honorable round of what? Booze and shame. We're going to give Donald Trump and his supporters the first honorable round of booze and shame this bright and early because they've been once again caught in a bunch of lies, and now they're being held accountable. He lied about his crowd size when he got inaugurated. Remember, he lied about that. He's been inflating and overvaluing his assets, and he got caught, and now he's got to pay. All right, and he's been lying about his affairs with Stormy Daniels, all right, and Karen McDougal, and all these other women that he's essayed, right? He's been lying, and now he's been caught. And now him and his supporters are on full display for the world to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump and his legion of MAGA demons what they deserve. A round of booze and shame. All Conservative Lynn, remember that time you told me my hammer was broken and it looks like it doesn't work? I want to remind you, my hammer isn't broken. It's stronger than it's ever been before. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I veer into my next topic, there was a situation that transpired yesterday, all right? I ran across a nasty MAGA demon yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, all right? I want to show you what was on TikTok yesterday. This right here is a MAGA demon that I found yesterday while I was cruising the nasty streets of TikTok. And this knucklehead right here is a good example of somebody who is in a cult. I was watching his live, and then all of a sudden, the MAGA demon entered the room, ladies and gentlemen, and it began worshiping Donald Trump. I kid you not. I'm not making this up, and this is why I do this. To any American out there who's on the fence about whether or not you should support Donald Trump, let this be a reminder. This is why you shouldn't vote for him, because the moment you vote for Donald Trump, you're opening Pandora's box and allowing the MAGA demon in. So he went from light to pure darkness, ladies and gentlemen. This is a MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen, and I've caught him in rare form. He goes dark and he begins to worship Donald Trump.
There's power in the name of Trump.
There is power in the name of Jesus to break every chain.
Break every chain.
Break every chain.
This is the MAGA demon worshiping Donald Trump. They took the name Jesus out. There's power in Jesus, and he's replacing it with Donald Trump. All right, break every chain.
Break every chain. Say it, there is power in Trump's name.
You know what? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? This is a good example of how deranged and delusional MAGA is. If there's so much power in Donald Trump, well, why is he in the situation he's in, right? He's up late last night, and Letitia James got him in a bind, and Alvin Bragg got him in a bind, and he can't get out of it. So I'm confused. What kind of power is there in the name of Trump? See, this is why we do what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he's reporting. He's reporting from his basement, and he's worshiping Donald Trump. And I think for a split second, his live got shut down for some strange reason. I don't know why, but I think for a split second, Snuggles was on his way in there to get on his knees for Donald Trump as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Join me in giving this MAGA demon what he deserves bright and early on a Monday morning. Another round of booze and shame. A MAGA demon. This is some sick stuff.
Silence. You MAGA demon.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I have no problem waking up every single day and sending these MAGA demons straight to the pits of hell. Like seriously, I get it. Many of you know what I've been saying. The ultimate MAGA reward is this. And this gentleman right here, this MAGA demon, is on his way of getting it. The ultimate MAGA reward is jail. And if you don't get your soul right, hell. With a chapter 11 in between. All right? And I promise every single Trump supporter on this earth that's still here, you will get that ultimate MAGA reward, guaranteed, or your money back, whatever's left. All right? And so when they ask me, well, Zeus, do you have a problem sending these Trump supporters to hell? Absolutely not. I know that's where you want to go, and you're buckled up on the Trump train trying to get there. Absolutely. All right, speaking of MAGA demons, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it real quickly. Yes, Jim Matt Jordan yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. He was put in a bit of an awkward predicament, if you don't remember, but I'll help you understand. He seemed to have an uncomfortable moment yesterday on 60 Minutes during Sunday night segment on social media disinformation. Jim argued against social media companies taking down inaccurate posts saying that American people should figure out what's true and what's not true. Okay, what about the idea of the 2020 election that was stolen? Asked Leslie Stahl. And let's listen to this exchange, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to this exchange. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. We got to pay the bills. You know how this internet stuff works, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Bear with me. But let's listen to this exchange, all right? And let's catch a MAGA demon, all right? Let's go.
Argues that the tech companies shouldn't. Congressman Jordan argues that the tech companies shouldn't remove most of what they call misinformation.
I think you let the American people respect the American people, their common sense, to figure out what's accurate, what isn't.
Well, what about this idea that the 2020 election was stolen? You think that these companies should allow people to say that, and individuals can make up their own mind, and that there should
I think the American people are smart. Look, I've not said that. What I've said is there were concerns about the 2020 election. I think Americans agree with that.
No, they don't.
You don't think there were concerns with the 2020 election?
Most people don't question the result. That's all I'm saying. They don't question whether Biden won or not. Right? Right?
What?
Most people don't question the outcome.
Right.
Congressman
You see, ladies and gentlemen, I've came to the conclusion, all right, that if you want to know how to catch a MAGA demon, which Leslie Stahl just did, she just caught Jim Jordan in MAGA demon form. The simple thing to do is to give them a camera and a microphone, and they will eventually expose who they truly are, which is a bunch of liars, right? This weekend, my good friend Ange out there in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, she was hosting a live, right? And a MAGA demon came in the box and they said something, oh, the people on the right, they're not like this, they're not like that. Lying, right, Ange? These folks are a bunch of liars, all right? And all you got to do is just give them a camera and a microphone and they'll reveal themselves to you, right? So guess what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Since Gymnasium Jordan, Jim Matt Jordan, he doesn't want to admit that the 2020 election was won by President Biden fair and square, and he's spreading this lie that the average American believes that it wasn't stolen, when we already know all Trump supporters do believe it is stolen because they've been under that MAGA demon delusion. Join me in giving Jim Jordan and the rest of these Trump supporters what they rightfully deserve once again this bright and early on a Monday morning. Another round of booze and shame. Has anyone seen the MAGA demon named Retribution or Conservative Democrat? If you see them, please let them know I have a message for them. All right, it's not a good message, but I'm casting out MAGA demons today, ladies and gentlemen. They better stay in the comment section if they know what's good for them. All right, listen up, you Trump supporters. Those of you who are upset with my live this morning and you're triggered right now. You must not have heard me at the top of my show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Yeah.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You hear that, MAGA? And let me do the poll, since MAGA loves polls. All right, my fellow Americans out there in the audience, right? Especially my Democrats, my real Democrat friends, and my real Republicans. By a show of hands, are any of you forcing Donald Trump and his supporters to stay here in the United States? By a show of hands, any of you forcing MAGA to stay in the United States? I'm asking a question. If you can, raise your hand or just put no. One of the two, right? Because I got to ask this question so that when Biden wins again, they don't go, don't you think it's suspicious that all these votes came for Biden? No. I've been seeing this kind of polling for the past 8 years. Americans are fed up with you demons. Look at that. Look at all those no's. No one's forcing you to stay here. Go and leave. Be with your Lord and Savior, Vladimir Putin. My good friend and I, Nutty Professor, we had an offer on the table. This was the best offer I've ever seen. Any Trump supporter that wants to go to Russia, we did this for like four months, right, Nutty Professor? Any Trump supporter that wanted to go to Russia, we as the kingdom were willing to foot the bill, all right, and get you there first class. And not one of you took us up on our offer. So as far as I'm concerned, you're a bunch of liars. You know you love the United States of America, you MAGA demons. You know you love what Joe Biden is doing, and you won't admit it. You're a bunch of sick individuals. Something's really wrong with you, Trump supporters. You know what? This is the other thing that gets me. I've asked these MAGA demons simple questions, and they can't answer them. My favorite question is January 6th, but now my new one is this. Were you better off 4 years ago than you are today? And not one MAGA demon can answer that question honestly. 4 years ago today, ladies and gentlemen, we were in probably the thickest moment of the pandemic. Parents had to go work from home. Children had to work at home with their parents. The pandemic was raging in the United States, and Donald Trump offered zero leadership about how to handle it. All right. You couldn't buy toilet tissue. Meat was flying off the shelf. Plants were closing down. People were losing their jobs. Businesses were closing for good. All right. We had to send out money from the government in order to keep the economy alive. And these liars will get on this app and say, oh, I was doing great 4 years ago. I was buying groceries. No, you were not. The entire world was dealing with a pandemic, and you MAGA demons are just some of the most nastiest and evil people I've ever ran into. And you call yourselves Christians. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving these MAGA demons another round of booze and shame. This is sick stuff. This is some sick stuff. I know I'm getting off topic. I know I'm getting a little off topic.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
But don't lie to me about the pandemic. All right, that'll get you. I don't want to kick you out of the live, but I might actually have to ask my mods, put them in a straitjacket, mute them the entire live so I could just minister to them and they can't say nothing because I don't want to deal with that. Don't you dare lie to me about the pandemic. I've lost a lot of loved ones as a result of the pandemic. All right, so don't get in my box and start lying about that. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like a Ponzi scheme to me. Questions are being raised about Donald Trump's Truth Social value. Does anyone really think Truth Social is worth $5 billion like they're saying? Does anyone really believe that still? Donald Trump inflates the value of everything, all right? We all know his game. On Monday morning's edition of Morning Joe, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski questioned the value of Donald Trump's Truth Social following a merger that was put to bed last Friday. Noting the merger traffic and social media platform has drawn from users in its 3 years, the existence, the host along with MSNBC host Jonathan Lemire were highly skeptical of its valuation north of $3 billion. Scarborough kicked off the questioning by cutting to the chase and saying, the publicly traded stock has the making of being part of a scam that will leave some new investors holding the bag while Trump walks away with the cash. I'm not exactly sure how his Truth Social deal is going the way it is, but it looks like a Ponzi scheme to me. I don't understand it. This is tough. A social media network that doesn't appear to be successful, yet people are throwing around $5 billion here, $5 billion there. Does that provide Donald Trump an economic lifeline in the short? Ladies and gentlemen, the question is, where does this massive valuation come from? All right? And the answer is, it comes from the same place that Donald Trump's values of his properties came from. It comes from the same place where Donald Trump said he could declassify documents, from his mind. It comes from the same place where he lied about his crowd size when he got inaugurated, right? He had a larger crowd than Barack Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, it came from the same place where he said he didn't know who E. Jean Carroll was, right? It came from the same place where he said, Russia, if you're listening, find me Hillary Clinton's emails. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this is coming from Donald Trump's deranged, MAGA demon-possessed mind. And yes, most likely, I don't have the evidence, but most likely, if I were to bet, Truth Social is a Ponzi scheme. And it's not worth more than Facebook. It's not worth more than TikTok. It's not even worth more than MySpace. How many of you remember MySpace, right? It's probably not even worth more than AOL. Hell, you know what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me in giving Donald Trump and his delusional supporters what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. You know what? Snuggles, Jimmy, go ahead and invest. Clickbait. anyway, why don't y'all go ahead and invest in Truth Social, all right? I hear your money will be returned tenfold. I guarantee you. You know, you put maybe $100,000 into that thing, you're gonna become out a millionaire. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, you know, the writing is on the wall when it comes to the MAGA Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen, and I have some great news. All right, I got some great news. All right. Yesterday, we heard Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's spazzing out, having a MAGA meltdown. All right, and it's because of Congressman Mike Gallagher. Now, many of you know this, but for those of you who don't know it, I'm going to help you stay current about what's going on. Republicans are calling out Congressman Mike Gallagher to resign from Congress early in order to trigger a special election in his Wisconsin district. If Mr. Gallagher fails to step aside before April 2nd, the seat will not be filled until 2025. And by the way, he's a Republican, all right? Mr. Gallagher announced on Friday that he would resign his seat effective April 19th, citing family conversations. All right. His staff will continue to work to provide constituent services for Wisconsin's 8th district, but his office will be lacking a voting member in Mr. Gallagher. What Mr. Gallagher did was intentional. This is what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. What Mr. Gallagher did yesterday was intentional, purposeful, and puts our entire majority at risk. All right. I think he should be expelled before he's allowed to just walk out of Congress at a date of his choosing where his district doesn't get to replace him until the next Congress. I think that is completely wrong. Our majority is too important to throw away the horrible, dishonest, and completely irresponsible actions of many in our Republican majority, all right, which have led us to where we are. When people leave early, it's a math game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sign of more to come. Mike Gallagher, listen up. Stay strong, Mike. Don't cave in to the MAGA demons and their pressure. Whatever conversation you and your family had, I encourage all real Republicans across this country to engage in such conversations that will break the cycle, that will break the chains of the MAGA demon. You know, because like that one MAGA demon said, right, there's power in Trump's name, but it's not the right power. All right. So Mike Gallagher, stay strong, my friend. All right. You got a tough task, but I do believe you can stay there until April 19th. All right. And pretty much Hakeem Jeffries is going to be the new speaker. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Marjorie Taylor Greene what she deserves, right? Because now all of a sudden she's caring about the majority when the whole time she's been in Congress, she hasn't done a single thing to help the American people. And we don't buy it. Now you care, Marjorie. So sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving her what she deserves. A round of boos and shame. Yep, ladies and gentlemen. And it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. It gets worse. Another GOP senator hints at jumping ship with Trump as the 2024 presidential nominee. With Donald Trump all but assured of being the Republican Party's 2024 presidential nominee, one longtime Republican senator hinted at bolting the party during an interview, all right, speaking with Manu Raju. Senator Lisa Murkowski bluntly admitted, I wish that as a Republican, we had a nominee that I could get behind. I certainly can't get behind Donald Trump. Let's listen up, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think that it can be defended. What happened on January 6th was an effort by people who stormed a building in an effort to stop an election. I wish that as Republicans we had a nominee that I could get behind. I certainly can't get behind Donald Trump.
Are you considering being an independent at this point?
Oh, I think I'm very independent-minded.
Officially.
I just regret that our party is seemingly becoming a party of Donald Trump.
You becoming an independent caucusing with Republicans, is that something you're open to?
I am navigating my way through some very interesting political times. Let's just leave it at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Lisa Murkowski a round of applause. Another Republican who's seeing the light and recognizing that they need to join the other Republicans who are currently defecting from Congress because they don't want to be a part of the Trump MAGA. Giving Donald Trump and his MAGA cult what they deserve. Because politics is supposed to be about addition. But they keep proving to America over and over they don't care about getting the party bigger and adding to it. They want to subtract, and subtract they are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them some boos and shame. Keep on subtracting, Donald Trump. Keep on subtracting Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene. All of you. Jim Jordan, James Comer.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
You know, this is why I say, if you really think Donald Trump is still going to win the 2024 election, I got a bridge to sell you. I seriously do. And I got some more bad news, all right? Guess who was out? Thank you, Mount Negro. Guess who was also taking an L for MAGA yesterday? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. You know it. Beetlejuice Boebert, all right? This is three Republicans, Mike Gallagher, all right, Lisa Murkowski, and now Lauren Boebert. I mean, where's Ken Buck, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, these folks are fleeing. Where's Kevin McCarthy? I mean, where is the Republican Party headed, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously, all right? Because the Republican Party isn't there anymore, but Donald Trump and his party are, all right? And speaking of that, let's move it along. Funeral for her own career. Lauren Boebert mocked for a sad turnout at Colorado event. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Where you can't make this stuff up. Colorado Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert became the subject of mockery this weekend as social media users made jokes about the lawmaker's apparently sparse crowd at a speaking event in her state. Boebert, who earlier in the month was ridiculed on social media as she sought to highlight an endorsement from Donald Trump, once again took to her X account to share some pictures. Quote, "Great to be with you today, Adams County GOP," she wrote and posted these photos, all right? And in the comments of her post, people were quick to point out the empty seats visible in the picture. Referencing Boebert's earlier scandal, one user wrote, "It looks like only 10 people showed up. That's significantly lower than the attendance at the Beetlejuice musical, right?" Another user wrote, "Ouch, that is a really small and sad turnout. Adams County is blue and you are so screwed." Another user wrote, "Geez, they could have met her in her living room." Ladies and gentlemen, they could have met her in her living room. And I don't know if they would have been talking about votes if they would have done that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another sign that the Republican Party is in shambles and they're not going to win the 2020 election and there's not going to be a red wave. So guess what we got to do? Join me once again. And I hate to do it. I really do, because I feel like all we do is hand out booze and shame, right? But we got to do it because they don't have any shame in the Republican Party, and we got to do this to help them get some, all right? Join me in giving Lauren Boebert what she deserves. Another round of booze and shame. Right? It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, does anyone have any hope or any confidence in MAGA at this point? It just, to me, it doesn't seem like they really have much to campaign on. All right, it really doesn't. All right. Let's talk about our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what this is. Many of you know how I feel about what happened on January 6th. All right, lady just says thank you so much. All right. You know how I feel about what happened on January 6th. It was a nasty day, and it will go down in American history as one of the most dark and dangerous days in our country. All right. And the cause of it was because of Donald Trump. All right. So what I do, ladies and gentlemen, is I strive to retell January 6th based on what I understand happened, not based on the big lie which MAGA tries to promote. So number one, you have to understand that, you hear these Trump supporters, they say things like, oh, there's going to be a civil war. A civil war. They're serious. All right. These Trump supporters are very, very serious about a civil war. And January 6th was an example of that. And I've said this before. All right. My good friend Itchy Banks, he made it a point to bring it up a long time ago, but I hadn't dove into it, but I've dove into it now. All right. Donald Trump is nothing more than the modern day Jefferson Davis. All right. And his headquarters are in Mar-a-Lago. All right. And that's where he gives all of the orders to his supporters, who I like to refer to as his Confederate soldiers. All right. Confederate soldiers 2.0. So what happened on January 6th? Well, that's a great question. Leading up to January 6th, there were a couple of things that were playing out. Number one, Donald Trump planted the seed in the mind of his supporters that the election was rigged. And he did this because look at what was happening in the country. There was a pandemic. The economy was doing terrible. And he knew that Americans all across this country were going to basically fire him. Right, Miss Morningstar? So what did he do? He planted the seed in the mind of his soldiers.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
Right? You hear that? You hear what he said?
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
So that's the seed that he planted into the minds of his soldiers. All right? And guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? Time starts to pass, right? And Americans all across the country grow more and more frustrated and upset with the way Donald Trump was mismanaging the pandemic and the way the country was headed. So come election night, guess who won? President Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen. President Joe Biden won the 2020 election. Now, instead of Jefferson Davis, Donald Trump, coming out and conceding, like Hillary Clinton did when she lost to him in 2016, Donald Trump decided to go and put a little fertilizer on those seeds that he had planted in the minds of his supporters, right? He decided to go out and lie on top of the big lie election night, right? This is what he said.
We had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory.
Right. That's him fueling the fire or planting fertilizer on the seeds that he's already planted into the minds of his soldiers. But then he didn't stop there. He went one step further that night.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
You hear that? He went from saying we lost, because that's what he should have said, to saying we won. All right? So now that he's planted that seed, and now that it has been ignited and it's been watered this night on November 3rd, now him and his soldiers decided to devise another plan, all right, to try to get back into the White House. Many of you know what it was, right? You know exactly what it was. It was the fake elector scheme.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Right. That's him pressuring Brad Raffensperger in the state of Georgia to find him some votes. This is the beginning of the fake elector scheme starting to play out in real time. And while that's happening, he does this, ladies and gentlemen. Attention! All Confederate soldiers, aka Trump supporters. I lost to Joe Biden and I'm very angry. And I need you to help me take this country back, all right? And the way I'm going to need you to do it is, number one, send me all the money that you have, all right? I need it to help with my legal bills to challenge the results of the election. All right, so send me all your money. And then number two, I'm going to need you to meet me in Washington, D.C. at an event I am hosting called Stop the Steal. All right, be there. It's going to be wild, and bring everything that you got. All right, everything that you got. I don't care if it's going to cause harm. Bring it. All right, because you'll never take this country back by weakness. You'll have to show strength, right? So what had happened after that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you. All of these soldiers of his, they jumped in the back of these U-Hauls, right? They put on their khaki pants. They put on the mask, right? This is during the pandemic when they said if you wear a mask, that they said, we don't need to wear a mask because if you make me wear a mask, I can't breathe, right? But for some strange reason, they were able to put those masks on and get in the back of those U-Hauls, right? You know, the Patriot Front, the Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, and they all converged on the United States Capitol on January 6th. All right, some got there a few days earlier, where they were then given some more instructions by one of their lieutenants, Lieutenant Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was probably planning pipe bombs the night before, right?
Everything. If we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the building. Finish with our meetings here at...
So that's Marjorie Taylor Greene telling the soldiers to pretty much get ready to engage in warfare at the United States Capitol. That's her right there, getting them activated, getting them ready. So now there's only one more thing to do. Now it is time for Donald Trump to meet his soldiers at the battlefield, all right, and engage it and encourage them to engage in heinous acts of violence, right? So Donald Trump asked his Secret Service to take him to the ellipse, and they say, "Sir, these people at the ellipse, sir, they're armed. They got weapons on them. They got tactical gear." And Donald Trump says, "Excuse you, they're not here to harm me, so it doesn't matter. Take me to meet up with my troops." And, you know, they had to follow their orders. And so he was taken to the ellipse. And when he got to the ellipse, ladies and gentlemen, you know exactly what he did. He encouraged his soldiers to engage in heinous acts of violence.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Right? Right? So that was him encouraging his soldiers, his Confederate soldiers, to engage in heinous acts of violence against the United States government. This is him telling his soldiers to place a dagger at the throat of our democracy. This is some sick stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And so after getting their marching orders, these Trump supporters proceeded to march to the Capitol. And they were chanting, ladies and gentlemen, some nasty, nasty things. At one point, it escalated to them wanting to unalive our vice president. You can hear them shouting, "Hang Mike Pence," ladies and gentlemen. And then there was another scene where they ran into another fella. His name was Ray Epps, one of their own, and they began to chant, "Feds, Feds, Feds." So the question then comes, MAGA, if you believed Ray Epps was the Feds, why did you continue to break the law in front of the cops? Why, right? Why did you do that, MAGA? That's like seeing the police are at the bank and deciding to go rob it anyway. And I know why you did it. Because you were under the delusion of that nasty MAGA demon. All right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we are now at the crime scene of January 6, 2021, in which Donald Trump and his Confederate soldiers were engaging in heinous acts of violence. And while we're at this crime scene, let's talk about one of the soldiers and the crimes that they committed. Should we talk about it? Let's talk about what one of the crimes of one of these soldiers. All right? Rally Runner, an amateur mascot formerly known as Daniel Donnelly Jr., pled guilty in connection with efforts to push his way into the Capitol riot. Let's take a look at this MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this MAGA demon, all right? Listen to this.
There's power in the name of Trump.
There is power in the name of Jesus.
Okay. So you believe there's power in the name of Trump, Mr. Daniels, Mr. Rally Runner? You believe in that power, all right? Well, let's see what the DOJ believes. An amateur St. Louis Cardinals mascot who became the subject of a conspiracy theory related to the January 6th riot pled guilty Friday to charge stemming from his actions during the 2021 attack on the United States Capitol. Rally Runner, formerly known as Daniel Donnelly Jr., pled guilty to one count of civil disorder, which carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, and up to 3 years supervised release. His sentencing is scheduled for July 30th. In a statement Friday, Rally attorney Scott Rosenbaum said that his client wanted to accept responsibility and move on with the next chapter of his life. Runner was previously accused on national television of working on behalf of the government to provoke some of the actions on January 6. A lawyer representing several Capitol riot defendants falsely claimed on Tucker Carlson's former show in 2021, that Runner was clearly a law enforcement officer and an agent provocateur who had disguised himself as a Trump fan to smear the former president's supporters. So they tried to say that this guy was an FBI informant? Wow, MAGA. Once again, we caught you in another lie. Runner was arrested at St. Louis, Missouri in August on 5 federal charges, including obstructing, impeding, and interfering with law enforcement officers during a civil disorder. Prosecutors agreed to request the dismissal of the additional counts in the indictment during sentencing as part of his plea agreement, according to court documents. Runner, a known St. Louis Cardinals fanatic who has jogged around the baseball stadium during home games to energize fans, donned red face paint and wore a red Keep America Great hat and red jacket during the Capitol riot. He was among a group of rioters who sought to push their way into the Capitol building through the lower West Terrace doorway, prosecutors said. Runner helped pass a ladder towards the tunnel's opening and wielded a riot shield to surge forward and push back officers who, after 10 minutes of struggling, were able to resist Runner and other rioters' advance, according to court documents. Quote, "I got a riot shield, and I'm not trying to cause any violence, but I'm trying to be the furthest person to get through all the way, at least get the furthest," Runner said, according to a transcript included in court documents of a 26-minute video he posted on Facebook that detailed his actions. And you know what these MAGA demons do after they storm the Capitol, ladies and gentlemen? They brag about it.
So we just stormed the fucking Capitol, took the motherfucking place back. That was so much fun.
So much America. So much America.
January 6th will be a day in infamy.
Yes.
Yeah, you just stormed the Capitol, huh? Just stormed the effing Capitol. You know what? You disgust me, Mr. Seditionist, treasonous runner. All right? But congratulations, you got the ultimate MAGA reward. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Rally Runner, Seditionist Rally Runner, what he deserves. Another round of booze and shame. Congratulations. You played yourself. All right, and since he wanted to be a hero, all right, for Donald Trump, let's send him off the old-fashioned way, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You hear that, MAGA? You hear that? Your leader, your cult leader, he said it out there for everyone to hear. You will pay. Those of you especially who engaged in those heinous acts of violence. This is why I refuse to allow any Trump supporter to be a victim around me. Here we are, 4 years out from the day this thing took place. Pretty much 4 years. And you got grown folks that still believe what Donald Trump said about the 2020 election is true. Even though you've seen and heard about the indictments, even though you've been watching this man go for broke, you still get down on your knees and you worship this man. You have zero credibility with Zeus, especially you, Retribution. Retribution, by the way, I saw what you've been writing. The nastiest thing about you, Retribution, is that you think what Donald Trump did to these women that have held him, are trying to hold him accountable, you're somehow saying that makes you like Donald Trump even more. This is why I say these Trump supporters are disgusting, evil, sick and twisted individuals. How could any woman be dating a man that loves Donald Trump? It's one of the most mind-blowing things. Do you understand what this guy that you're dating is like? He is okay with women being taken advantage of. And don't you consider yourself a woman? See, this is why I do what I do, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump is playing his supporters like a fiddle. Thank you, G-Man. He's playing his supporters like a fiddle. Get this, MAGA. You listen to a man that wakes up every morning, paints himself orange, puts a bird's nest on his head, right? Puts on a diaper and he soils it, right? And then he puts on that crumpled blue suit, right, and that red tie, and he gets onto his social media platform and gives you all your marching orders. And he doesn't even care about you. Think about this. The folks that are in prison right now, those January 6 felon criminals, all right? They're sitting in a jail cell right now, and Donald Trump hasn't visited them. He hasn't sent them any money on their books. but he's making a killing off of them, ladies and gentlemen, right? You know what he's doing with those January 6ers. All right, let's see. First of all, you know what he says? Why not make some money off of them? Let me get them on a song and then let me make some money off of them while they're sitting in a jail cell. You know, he calls you hostages, right? And he makes his song off of them.
Ladies and
Here he goes.
please rise for the horribly and unfairly treated January 6th hostages.
Silly. You all sound ridiculous. He got you all to get in unison and sing this? Wow.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
You guys
of the
are-
United States of America.
You know what? Get him out of here. You're not patriots. None of you January 6ers are patriots. Every single one of you are traitors. Every single one of you. And any of you who still want to vote for Donald Trump, you're just as guilty as they are. You just haven't been prosecuted yet. You know, they're traitors. If you know American history, there were traitors who weren't prosecuted. You do understand that this can be true. So I don't want to hear, was he charged with insurrection? Just because you haven't been charged with it doesn't mean you didn't do it. Think about that, MAGA. Don't ever use that argument. You know, and I know where you got it from. You got it from Snuggles University, right, ladies and gentlemen? These folks, they're some silly individuals, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I'm well past my 1 hour monologue. All right. It is now time to open up those boxes and get to those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. It's been a great day today. I mean, I haven't heard or been keeping up with what's happening with Donald Trump. All right. Anyone that has any updates, please feel free to send Zeus a request. All right. Now we're going to open up these boxes. You know the rules. You all get 3 minutes. Hopefully you can stay inside of that. If you need to go a little over, I understand. All right. To speak your truth. All right, and then I'm out of here in about an hour. All right, and you know the rule, right? If you believe that I've lied about anything, especially your MAGA demons, I want you to understand. Send me a guest request and be prepared, as my good friend Ange likes to say. Come to class prepared. Bring the evidence to support whatever you believe. All right, because if you just want to get in the box and argue with Zeus this morning, I guarantee you. You're going to regret making that attempt because you know what? I have a good way of making a lot of you look really ridiculous. All right. I know every Trump supporter is a liar. I know that if I ask Trump supporters simple questions and it requires them to be honest, that they will dance around the answer and try to bring up something else. I know all these tricks. Okay. I know it. And I just don't want to deal with it. I want to talk to real honest Americans only. That's it. Even if we don't agree, I'm willing to have conversations. But I don't want to have conversations with liars. Those fake Christians out there, right? Those Russian bears out there who continue to spread misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. Those who continue to put their head in the sand, all right, when facts and truth start to come out. I don't want to talk to you. All right, let's bring up our first panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, who do we got this morning? Oh. Good morning. Who is this? Handsome? I don't know if you're handsome, but I'm going to call you Harry. What's going on, Harry? This is our first time doing business.
Can't take my dreams away from me.
Okay, so let me ask you some questions. Before we get started, I can already tell, but let's just go. In your opinion, do you believe the 2020 election was rigged?
No, it is not.
Oh, okay, you don't believe it was rigged? All right, great. Next question. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Main responsibility?
Yeah.
Clearly Donald Trump.
Okay. Interesting. Last and final question. Do you believe President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
None that I researched or anybody's been brought forth. I mean, they investigated her for years.
Okay. That's good. All right, well, listen, what brings you to the kingdom this bright and early on a Monday morning?
Well, I'd like to something I discovered recently by listening to a podcast about a woman. She's for Bloomberg News.
Allie, thank you, Allie. Thank you,
She,
Allie.
Bloomberg
Yes.
News, and she's a currency reporter. And we were listening to her, and she described currency from World War II, and she
Mm.
happened to mention that in 2017, April of 2017, Mnuchin, under probably Donald Trump's orders, put sanctions on Deripaska, the Russian
Oh.
oligarch,
Oh.
and on his aluminum facilities, which happen
Okay.
to be the largest aluminum facilities in the world,
Okay.
and because it sends shockwaves through the commodities and the currency markets.
Mm.
Um, just an example of Donald Trump's incompetence.
Yeah.
And if you remember, all through the Trump administration, the commodities markets, the farmers, the pig farmers, the wheat farmers, they were all going broke. With a point where he had to use our money to bail them out
I remember.
because of his incompetence, and it didn't recover until the after COVID, inflation went up.
Right. Right.
But it turns out that's why it happened, and he hasn't been getting the blame. I'm trying to spread the word
Thank you,
because
Harry.
they think he's so wonderful, and there's a perfect example of just pure incompetence. I think he did it because this is my personal opinion, payback for Paul Manafort because they had a problem with Deripaska.
Oh, so he's
Anyway.
still doing work on behalf of the Kremlin, is what you suspect.
Well, I think Deripaska didn't pay Manafort millions, so something. Who knows what happened there?
Yeah.
But for some reason he went after Deripaska. They said it was because of the election interference, which I find very. If you remember that, I do remember that happening, and I
Yeah.
always thought, "What? Gee, that's surprising." And
Yeah.
it turns out, Anyway.
Wow. Well, before you get up out of here, all right, I do want to make sure I ask regular Americans this question. Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago?
I mean, when there was no toilet paper on the shelves?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually, I was, because I pulled out of the stock market 3 months before because of all the activities. I just said, you know what, I'm out of the stock market.
Good.
So I was sitting on cash, and got back in right after it bottomed out. So I
Wow.
actually did pretty good.
Good job, Harry. Good job, Harry. Okay, because a lot of people that I'm talking to, especially on the right, they're saying that they're doing worse now than they were 4 years ago, and I'm trying to figure out how is that possible. So I appreciate your honesty. All right,
You're welcome.
All right, and I went ahead and I gave you a follow, my brother. Please continue.
Oh, thank you.
Please continue to come back to the kingdom and spread the truth. All right, all right. I really do appreciate it. All right, my good friend.
Okay, take it easy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give handsome Harry a round of applause. No lies detected. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that hard to get in the box, ladies and gentlemen, and tell the truth and shame the devil. It's not that hard. I don't know why these Trump supporters have a hard time doing it. Seriously. All right. Good morning, Charlotte. How are you doing? Good morning, Charlotte. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. This is our first time doing business?
I think so.
All righty then. Well, let's get started. I got some questions to ask you, and how you answer them determines your fate, all right?
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, first question. Do you believe the 2020 election was rigged?
Yes.
No,
I'm sorry. No.
Oh.
I just got up.
Okay. So you don't think it was rigged, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I was close. Second question. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Trump, of course.
Let's go. Donald J. Trump. Last and final question. Do you believe President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
No.
Let's go. Now, I didn't pay you to come up here and say that, did I? I didn't pay you. This is our first time meeting, all right? Because some people think this is all staged, all right? So I appreciate your honesty. All right, well, what do you got for us this bright and early on a Monday morning? No, this channel is not a joke. You're a joke.
Yeah, they're jokes.
Yeah, tell them.
I was watching CNN, and they said if Trump today does not uh, come up with that money, they're gonna take all his accesses in New York.
Let's go. And you're okay with that, right?
Oh yeah,
Do
he
you, do
should
you,
he should go to jail.
yeah.
I mean, everybody else is going to jail for him.
Yeah.
That's
I-
crazy. I don't
yeah.
understand why he's still walking on the streets. If I would have did something like that, they would have put me under the jail cell.
Yeah, yeah. But what do you say to those who continue to say things like it's a witch hunt? He's getting over 700 years in jail, right? This is an unusually excessive amount in terms of fees. This all just looks like a witch hunt, Charlotte. What do you say to those people?
I think it's crazy. I, I know there's crazy people in this world, but
Yeah,
they all sticking out.
yeah, yeah.
It's like it's mind-boggling. I just don't understand these people.
Well, that's why I say they are possessed with a MAGA demon, all right? And that
I
MAGA
know because
demon,
Trump is evil.
yeah,
They say people follow evil people.
yep, no lies detected. Wow. So you don't believe it's a witch hunt at all?
No,
Mm.
I think I think I don't know. I don't know what they see in him. He's just a miserable old man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he got on TV the other day and asked people for money, $5, $10, $20 bills.
Right. You mean when he asked them to chip in, right? Hold on, let me see if I got that for you.
I am very humbly asking if you could chip in $5, $10, or even $25. I know that
Remember
times
this?
could be tough, and they are tough under this horrible president that we have, crooked Joe Biden. So if you can't contribute now, don't even think about it. Don't do it. You got to take care of your family and yourself. I want you to do that first. But with your donation today, we will win back the White House. We will make America great again, greater than ever before. I promise you that. Thank you.
Do you believe that, Charlotte?
No, he's not going to make America great. He's going to destroy this country.
Yep.
Do you know he has 7 businesses in Russia?
Oh, 7. I think there's
Yep.
more, but let's just go with those 7. Wouldn't you
Okay.
say that? Wouldn't you say that makes him pretty much unfit to be a president? Then, if you have businesses with our adversaries like that,
Yes.
yeah, that means he can be
Makes him look
compromised.
bad.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people that voted for him don't want to vote for him. Like I've seen on the news the other day, people were mad at him because he was taking their money that they were donating to him and putting it in his fees for the lawyers.
like he did with Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why is everybody else going to prison and not him? I don't understand that because
Tell him.
they want to take everything away from him.
Yep.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. Tell him.
No.
Tell him.
They should put him in jail and let him rot.
Tell him the truth, all right? Well, listen, Charlotte, I agree with you. And once again, I appreciate you having the courage and conviction, all right, my good friend? I gave you a follow. Thank you for having the courage to come into this live and tell the truth and shame the devil. I really do appreciate that, all right?
Okay, Zeus.
All
I love
right.
you.
All right. Love you too. And I look forward
Bye.
to seeing you again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Charlotte. No lies detected. It's not that hard, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. I mean, listen, we have folks all over the country, ladies and gentlemen, ready to leave the MAGA cult and really get to a place of understanding. Oh my gosh, and I'm proud of them. All right, who do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? Charles. Good morning, Charles. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well this morning, and hope you are also.
Okay, all right. I'm doing all right. This is our first time doing business, huh?
Absolutely.
All
Yeah,
righty
I watch
then.
you all the time. I watch you all the time. You're very informative.
Oh, well, thank you, Charles. I mean, I always appreciate a good compliment, all right? Well, before we get started, I got to put you through the same process I put every other individual, all right? And I got to ask you some questions, all right?
Sure.
All right, all right. First question. Do you believe what Donald Trump said about the 2020 election, that it was rigged?
Absolutely not.
Let's go, Charles. Good job, Chad. All right, what about this? Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the United States Capitol on January 6th?
Of course, the Antichrist, Donald Trump.
Let's go. See how easy that is, MAGA? All right. Last and final question. Do you believe President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
Absolutely not. None proven.
Let's go. All right. Well, listen, you passed the test. All right. Let's move it along. What do you got for us this bright and early, my good friend?
I'm just going to piggyback off of what the previous speaker was saying about all this crime that's been proven that Donald Trump has done. Why is he still walking the streets? Why is he still free? Why is he not in jail? You know, his mega followers that were guilty of crimes at January 6th, they're in prison. Why Trump, the leader, is not in prison? Can somebody answer that for me? I want
Ghost Wolf, Ghost Wolf, send Zeus a guest request if you can. Please answer our questions, you MAGA demon. Why is he? It seems like he's getting the benefit of a two-tier justice system, isn't he?
Absolutely, he is, and I don't understand why. Because just like the woman said, if it was me, I would be under the jail. So why is he still walking free?
Yeah, he should have been there a long time. I mean, 700 plus years worth of charges that he's dealing with right now. He's still flying around in his private jet. He's still golfing and causing division and chaos in this country, and he's actually the nominee for the president in the Republican Party. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
You know it's ridiculous, Zeus. You know it's ridiculous.
You ever seen anything like this in your lifetime?
Not in my lifetime. I have never experienced anything like I have here in the past. But let me ask you this, Zeus. Now, if you have top secret documents in your home, wouldn't you be in jail right now?
Absolutely.
Top secret documents.
And you know, and would the FBI have given me that 18-month window to play around with them and lie and stuff like that about it? No. No. It wouldn't let me get no attorney to sign off saying I gave him everything back while I'm golfing and then still go, you know what, we don't think he gave us everything back. Let's play around with him some more. They would never have given us that level of, that kind of courtesy.
What about those submarine documents that I think was sold to
the Australians, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah. You and I would have been at the bottom of the jail. They'd have had the jumper cables right there waiting for you, right there next to your breakfast, sir. That's what they would have done to folks like you and me. But they probably wouldn't even given us breakfast.
Right. But I still don't understand why, you know, people must be truly blind and have scales on their eyes and cannot see what Donald Trump is, because that's their Messiah.
Yeah.
That is their Messiah. And I cannot believe Christian people in churches are supporting him in spite of what he did.
You heard that MAGA demon that I played the song to, right? When he said there's power in his name?
Yes. And especially women. You grab them by the what he said?
The doozy. Grab him by the doozy.
Grab them, and women are still supporting him. Unbelievable. I mean, that just ceased to amaze me. Why any woman would support him?
I have no answers other than the fact that they're under the same MAGA delusion. Doozy, do you hear what we're saying? Why would you let Donald Trump grab you by the doozy?
Right.
Makes absolutely no sense. God is not pleased. All right, Charles.
All right, thank you, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Charles a nice round of applause. No lies detected. You see, ladies and gentlemen, what we got right now is we got some folks out here who are willing to tell the truth. We got a MAGA demon in the box, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? What's going on? So what's your issue today, MAGA demon?
Well, you said that Trump is a two-tier justice system, right?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Biden doesn't get in trouble. That's a two-tier.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he goes.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, cry, Snuggles.
Oh, I'm not crying. No, I'm not crying.
Go ahead. What's your
Ladies
issue?
and gentlemen, it's 0 convictions. Trump has 0 convictions, and you guys are worried about a little bit of money. You guys are losing. You're all losing. Absolutely.
else?
Beautiful music.
Anything
Beautiful
else,
music.
Snuggles?
No, it's just great being a champion.
You don't got anything else?
No, I just want to see if you got any responses because, you can't debate me.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Snuggles is crying right now. These are what we call MAGA tears. There's MAGA tears.
Absolutely not. I'm the only person that has zero convictions. You haven't convicted Donald Trump. You see, Charles even said it. Why isn't Trump in jail? Look, he was crying. Why isn't Trump in jail? You want to know why? He didn't commit crimes, bro. And y'all losing.
Oh, well, guess what, Snuggles?
Yeah, guess what? Democrats, get those.
Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes.
Get him out of here.
Honey buns, struggle in the way. Yeah, he's a struggler.
No one cares what you think, Snuggles. Because guess what, Snuggles? Come a little closer, Snuggles. You're not winning. You're losing, bro. Send Donald Trump your 401k, champ. Because you're losing, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Snuggles what he deserves. Another round of booze and shame. Let that be an example to you traitors.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right, who we got next, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness, what an interesting day today. Eddie, greetings. How are you?
It is. It's hilarious considering it is hilarious.
Wait. Is this our first time doing business?
Yes, I think it is.
All right, well, I got to ask you the questions, Eddie. All right, and then we'll get into whatever it is you want to talk about. All right, can you do that?
Sure.
Fair enough. First question, do you believe in Donald Trump when he said the 2020 election was rigged?
Never. No way.
All right, next question. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Trumpy.
Let's go. Last and final question. Who would you say, do you believe President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
No.
Let's go. All right, what do you got? I had to ask you, we had a MAGA demon in the box a few minutes ago, right?
Well, MAGA demons are helpless, hopeless cases, period.
Yeah.
They love to talk about, the documents. Biden has been interviewed by all the law enforcement, Senate hearings, even his son Hunter. They haven't been able to get him on one thing, and the MAGA won't let that go. They will not let that go. They haven't got him on nothing, and they never will, because he never committed a crime.
Amy, come to the box, Amy. We got answers for you, Amy. Don't just put it in the comments. Come in the box if you want to question us. Now, please continue, Eddie. I'm so sorry.
Now, Trumpy's got to come up with $500 million by 5 o'clock today. I'm in California, so they're 3 hours ahead. So
right.
His time is running short.
Yeah.
Eugene Carroll, I know it's on appeal. He's got to come up with that money, and he already, with this bond. And I can't wait to see all his things start being taken away from him.
Yeah. Do you believe it's a witch hunt, Eddie? Because a lot of people are saying the amount that he has to pay New York is ridiculous, number one. And there were no victims. This is clearly a witch hunt, right, Eddie?
Oh, God, it's pathetic. Not only that, this is what the MAGA says. Oh, he inflated the value of his properties. He got loans. He paid them back. That's all they go on. There's a lot of insurance fraud and tax fraud connected with these loans. It's massive, massive. Enron said this is massive, massive fraud. Claiming you're worth $6 billion when you're not.
Right.
You know what's really funny?
Talk to him.
I'm gonna laugh all the way to work just thinking about that. He stood with Enron. He stood under oath in the fraud case in front of Enron, and said, "I'm only worth $400 million." You know why he said that?
Why?
Because you can't perjure yourself in court, and if he even said he was worth billions, he would still be perjuring himself.
Oh.
So when you're in court, and he knew it, and maybe for the first time he listened to his lawyers and told the truth.
Right.
Because see, you're talking about a man that when it comes down to the nitty gritty, he's nothing but a coward.
Yeah.
He's nothing but a coward. And, my father died in World War II. I was a Navy I was in the Navy for 2 years,
Yeah.
and it boils me with anger when this man is a 4-time draft dodger, and he says our dead American soldiers are
Yeah.
losers and suckers.
Right. How could anyone endorse someone like this to be president of the United States when he doesn't even respect our troops?
And our dead troops.
Yeah.
And they were killed in combat. And you know what the MAGA says?
What's they say?
He was only talking about John McCain. And you know what I tell the MAGA? Don't you know how to spell? What the word losers? The word losers and suckers ends with an S.
Bingo.
So he's talking about the whole military.
Bingo.
He's a disgrace.
He is.
He's a disgrace. I mean, he's a menace. He's a menace. I already know. And let me say one thing before I go to work.
Okay.
This is why he's going to lose the election, the damn fool. Republicans voted for Biden in the last election. Now, the Republicans that wanted DeSantis, and a lot of them like Nikki Haley, and some of them like Chris Christie, those Republicans hate Trump.
Yep.
They probably hate him more than we do.
Yep.
Those Republicans, a huge chunk majority of them are going to vote for Biden. The same reason he won last time.
Bingo.
I just want this damn thing over with, because America did not deserve this monster.
Nope.
We did not deserve it. I mean, it really. He's a menace. He's a menace to the entire world.
You're right. You're right. And he is not going to get reelected. But listen,
He's not.
Eddie, thank you, Eddie, so much.
All right.
And thank you so much for bringing that truth, all right, this bright and early. On your way to work, I feel blessed that you took out time to get that truth out here to us, all right, my good friend?
Zoo, I'll be on. If I see you on again, I'll jump on.
All right. And I'm going to give you a follow, all right, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
Let's give
Bye-bye.
Eddie a round of applause. No lies detected. All right,
Thanks so much. Take care.
all right. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, wow. What an interesting show what we have here. All right, let's bring up Takesha. Good morning, Takesha. Hey, Takesha.
Good morning, Zeus. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Takesha.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this before my grandbaby started talking, because she was quiet until she heard you call my name.
Oh.
She's so messy.
Oh, well, that's so beautiful. We'll work.
No, it's
with
not,
it.
Zeus. Now listen, girl, be quiet.
Oh, let grandma cook, all right?
Now, I've got about 4 things I need to say.
Okay, all right.
The first one is this, Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
The person, who was that played the song and replaced Jesus' name with Trump?
I gotta look up his name, all right? But it's a Trump supporter on this app that I ran into.
On its
blog.
way to hell in a handbasket. Anytime you put a man before you put the Lord, you have lost your entire mind. I was so offended when I heard that being played and him saying that ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
As the song was playing, that's sad, Zeus. That's how you know that the Antichrist. This is just a vision of what's going to happen when an Antichrist comes. Trump is the modern day Antichrist.
Right.
Because they're worshiping him, they're bowing down to him, and they're idolizing him. And that's what they're going to do when the Antichrist comes. So we can just go ahead and call him the Antichrist.
Amen. No lies detected.
Number 2, before they start saying, well, he said give him the money only if you have it, because you know you got to take care of your family. And then he says, but. Did you hear the but?
Yeah.
That's just like me saying, Zeus, I need some money. And I know you got to buy your child some shoes.
Right.
And I don't want you to send it if you can't. But it's going to make you feel so good if you send it.
Oh.
You don't care nothing about these people not having no money. That's when you inserted the but.
Amen. He just wants to look like he cares. I know
He
that
don't
trick.
look like he care. And he still got that same blue suit on today.
Yes.
In the courtroom with that red tie.
Right.
Why, Zeus?
I have no clue. He's trying to look like he don't got any money, I guess, but he want to look like he has money at the same time. That's my thought. I don't know.
And think about this. They get upset when people come on this app and ask for money.
Yeah.
They may be homeless. They may need money for a hotel.
Yeah.
They need you to ask them to donate to their Cash App, and they get mad and talk about those people. But when Beg and Diaper Dunny begs on TV,
right,
which is very humiliating, and he's a bum. He's out here begging people for money. He ain't nothing but a bum. Then it's okay for him to beg, a billionaire to beg. But it's a problem when somebody who really needs it needs to ask for.
Ain't that
some
something?
help. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy that he can ask for money, but everyday Americans can't.
Right. You don't want to help with student loans. You don't want to give the homeless a place to stay. You don't want to feed the children in
Tell them,
school.
Takesha.
You don't want to give nobody help. But it's okay for a so-called billionaire to beg every day from you. You okay with that? And
Jimmy, you okay with that? You okay with that, Jimmy?
And you send it. And your child can come home and say, one of my friends in school, they didn't have any lunch money today. Well, their parents just got to pull up by the bootstraps. You know, so forget the ones who really need. But let's keep on filtering this man as he jumps on his private plane, and you can't even jump on a tractor and get a ride to work. And let's keep giving him money. But forget the real needy. Let's keep on feeding the pockets of the greedy.
Amen. No lies detected, Takesha. Once again, you're striking them while the iron is hot.
And one more thing.
Go ahead.
I'm so sick of that possum in Congress with them eyes so close together. They look like one eye, Marjorie Taylor Greene. It makes absolutely the way she has taken over. They thought it was funny. All her standing up, yelling out like any man would even look at her twice. When Biden was speaking last time. They thought it was so funny. Now she tearing up their party. Now all of a sudden y'all want to try to control her. Let the possum have her way like y'all been letting the possum have her way.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Now they finna try to get rid of this Speaker of the House. How many speakers they gonna have, Zeus? When have you ever seen Congress in shambles like this, Zeus?
Never.
But that's what happened when you hire and you vote in the unintelligent people that's only there to make Donald Trump's life easier. You end up looking ridiculous, and Lord have mercy.
Yes.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you said quite a bit, Takesha, and no lies detected. They do look ridiculous. They look disorganized, and as far as I'm concerned, they look like Vladimir Putin's soldiers in Congress, to be quite honest.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But I'm going to go on because this little girl, you know, I got her the whole week, Zeus.
Yeah.
You know it's spring break.
Oh, I get it.
Zeus, where's my break for the spring? Where is it, Zeus?
Hey!
He keeps waking up smiling and talking loud. And I said, what is wrong with you?
Oh, she's having fun with Grandma. You know how that goes. All right, listen, you know, you got to get her some nice little snacks and stuff like that. Turn on some cartoons and let her ride it on out.
She's not that kind of child, Zeus. She got snacks. Her dad bought her all kind of snacks. She wants somebody to play with her in these darn Barbie dolls. I didn't buy this stuff for her to sit up and want me to play with her. I thought she was going to entertain herself.
She's learning from you, though. You know, she's taking a page out of your book, and she's like, you know what? I need some attention, and you better give it to me, Grandma.
Well, let me close the book up.
Okay. Fair enough. But listen, thank you for taking time out of your busy morning and coming in and bringing the heavy hammer of truth once again, Takesha.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Takesha a round of applause. No lies detected. All right, let's keep it going. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? Millie. Is this Millie? Greetings. Millie. They felt it was too hot in the kitchen. Okay, fair enough. I get it. It's too hot in the kitchen. All right, let's bring up our next panelist. Who is this? Going once. Love being a Nana. Greetings.
But she was just like, how you feeling? Like, you know, me and Vicky don't get down like that.
Yeah. Nana, are you there?
Yes, hello. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I caught you, didn't I? You were in the middle
yes,
of
I'm talking. Talking
All right.
to my brother. Good morning. I've never been here before, but I listen every day.
All right. Well, I got to ask you some questions and then you get your 3 minutes. All right, my good friend?
Okay, I don't even need 3, but okay.
Well, okay, let's just do it. Do you believe the 2020 election was rigged?
No.
Let's go. Who was responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
The Orange Goblin.
Thank you, Donald Trump. You believe President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
None at all.
Let's go. All right. Easy peasy, you passed. All right, but listen, what brings you to the kingdom this bright and early? All right, love being a nana.
Mr. Struggles brought me here. I just wanted to say, they love to say he has zero convictions. He has zero convictions. He has not been to trial. How can he be convicted when he hasn't been charged? But every time he has gone to court, he's lost. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh.
And I hope you and the kingdom have a great day, and I hope MAGA demons all choke.
Well, listen, love you being a nana. Thank you so much, all right?
Thank you. Sorry I wasn't paying attention.
No, it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give love being a nana a round of applause. All right. No lies detected. Snuggles, champ, it is over. You're not winning, bro. You're losing. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Mount Negro, thank you. Good morning, Nutty Professor. How are you doing?
I don't know if I'm choking right now.
Oh, what are you choking on? I hate to hear that.
So we have the morning show.
Yes.
And then we have the Closet of Truth.
Yes.
I would like to suggest you add a third, even though you're busy. I know you're busy, and these shows take a lot of work. We need to add a third called the Zeus and Takesha Comedy Hour, because all of your fans want an hour with Takesha.
Really?
They do.
That would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice.
They do. So just think about it.
Yeah.
Can I continue on that trajectory of over the weekend when we were talking about the complexion for the protection?
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if you've heard of the Elkhart 4.
The Elkhart 4. No.
The Elkhart 4.
I feel like I have, though.
So back in 2012, 4 teenagers and their 21-year-old friend decided to burglarize a home in their hometown of Elkhart, Indiana, right?
Right.
No one in this group had weapons. None of them had weapons, and they picked a home that they thought was unoccupied.
Oh.
All right. But unfortunately, the owner of the home was upstairs asleep. The owner of the home was armed, and he unalived the 21-year-old.
Wow.
But the 4 other remaining survivors got charged with the 21-year-old's unalivement.
Wow.
Even though they're not the ones that did it.
Wow.
I bring that up to say this. Why isn't the two-toed Fido in jail and Marjorie Taylor Greene? Because if they can be charged with murder of a murder they did not commit, because they were in the process of a crime, why can't she be charged for the incitement of an insurrection?
Are you talking about Marjorie? Because I lost my audio for a second. Are you talking?
Yeah, I'm talking about the two-toed sloth. Yeah.
You're saying she should be charged for what happened on January 6th.
Oh, for sure.
Yep, I agree. You know they got those open cases pending at the DOJ. They got it. But I think here's what it is. I think it's because their priorities are getting Donald Trump first and some of the bigger fish. What do you think?
Yeah, but see, we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Fair enough.
We can walk and chew gum. So the Department of Justice, I'm gonna need y'all to get off y'all butts, because you have ADAs, you have attorneys all over the place, all in every single state.
Right.
You can get this woman.
Yeah.
And for the guest, a couple guests ago, she asked, why is Trump still walking around in the streets? This is a question that we've been asking for over a year now, because Jack Teixeira, the 21-year-old, and that gave away the documents, so he finally pleaded guilty, because obviously we know he's guilty. So now he's facing anywhere from 11 to 16 years in prison.
Wow.
However, when they found out that he was the one that did it, what happened to Jack Teixeira? They went and picked his nasty behind up, and he's been in jail since. He's been in jail since before he pled guilty.
Yep.
So you don't need to be found guilty in order to go to jail.
Yep.
Jail is the holding place prior to prison.
No, he doesn't, Uncle Tom. He doesn't have the right to be walking free. He's benefiting from a two-tier justice system, Uncle
because
Tom.
He has been charged. He has been charged.
Yeah.
He has been charged. He is out on bond or bail, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So Jack Teixeira, this is the two-tier justice system. This 21-year-old has been in jail since he was arrested. Donald Trump was arrested and was immediately let go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make
that make sense.
I need you to finish it for me. The devil
is a lie.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
All right. No lies detected. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my brother Nutty Professor. Where did my comments go? Hold on. I got comments disappeared, man. Hold on. The comments disappeared, but you know what? They've reappeared now. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this app. I did update it. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see. Oh my God, ladies. Oh, there we go. And we're back. All right. Let's bring up our next guy. Greetings, brother. How are you doing?
What's going on, my brother? What's happening with you, man? What's happening with you?
I'm all right. Not much. And you? Long time no see.
Yeah, man. No, I sit here and I wait. I watch you. I sit here and I wait. I know you got so many people that's ready to get into the kingdom. I know you got to spread the love. I can't be mad at you.
All right. Well, listen, it's a pleasure to still have you in the kingdom, my brother. All right, and thank you for all you know it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, listen, man. I just want to say this, brother. You have to be a special kind of loser to think that Donald Trump is your ticket out.
Right.
You know, you got to be a special kind of guy. And we are seeing who really needs to have the system work for them,
right?
In order for them to make it.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing the panic right now.
Yeah, they're panicking.
You are seeing them panic because they really gonna have to go out here and earn their living. They won't be able to grift anymore.
No.
They won't have the special tax cut anymore.
Oh.
They won't have the support of the red cap anymore.
Oh, the red cap of doom. Nope.
The red cap of doom.
Love you too.
And for that special guy, I've never seen this guy really so mad and upset in my life until you actually pulled his card about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Who?
Mr. Snuggles.
Oh, what happened?
When you told him to give Donald Trump his money back, that dude had to pull on the side of the road.
I remember.
I was surprised he didn't get into a car accident. I mean, like I was really shocked. I was shocked because he pulled over so fast. You said, Mr. Snuggles, why don't you go ahead and give your money back to Donald Trump because he need it?
Yeah.
I mean, less than 15 seconds.
No answer.
He was in your life.
Ain't that something?
So you must have pulled, you must have got so close to a nerve.
Yeah.
that you.
Yeah. They know. They know when I speak, I'm telling the truth to them, and I'm giving it to
That's
them in a
right.
way that no one else is giving it to them, right? And it hits them every time. And they, oh, why'd you do that, Zeus? Yeah, Snuggles, and any of you.
What do you call that when a doctor doesn't want to get too close to a nerve when he's doing surgery? What do they call that?
Now that part, I don't know. I'm not a medical expert, but I understand.
It's like they saying they don't want to sever a nerve or something. I think you severed a nerve that day.
You hear that, Uncle Tom? Uncle Tom, you especially. I know I'm striking a nerve with you.
Yes, sir.
Because he's always in here crying. All these.
Hey, listen, man. This is going to be the most beautiful thing in this world because we're getting our money back.
Yep.
You see, Donald Trump stole from the American working people.
Mm-hmm.
He stole from us.
Yep.
But those guys, they gave him their money. And I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy to see the people that actually went broke and stole from their kids' college funds, put their houses up for mortgage, sold their cars, spent thousands and thousands of dollars to support this guy and send this guy. It's going to be so lovely to watch them go broke and for the government to give us our money back. So Biden, 2024, let's go. I need my money back from Donald Trump and his damn cronies.
Amen.
And my brother Zeus.
All right.
It's a great day in the kingdom.
All right. I appreciate
have a good
that.
one.
And thank you so much.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to DJ Fly Guy.
And Snuggles, one more thing, Snuggles. Donald Trump waiting on his damn money, bro. Hey, Snuggles. Wasn't your houses reported as a piece of trash? I mean, you need to give your tenants a notice the next time you need some fumigation from your Trumpers. So you need to get that checked out, brother.
All right. Well, thank you, DJ Fly Guy. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go, DJ Fly Guy. Oh my goodness. All right. Millie, you said you tried to join Zeus, and I saw the news. What? They said he had to pay a bond of 100 and what? What did it say? Oh my goodness. 2-tier justice system. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Who do we have next? Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. My man, G-Man, welcome. Good morning, G-Man.
I gotta make this short because usually I don't go to lives that much. But the reason I was waiting for you. You were the last large creators are waiting for you. With that gift with the Zeus, right?
Yeah.
You had a good time with that Jeff Avac character spreading that nonsense.
Right.
I just put that on the right side. And boom, got him shocked. He was like crying. Why did they give me a rose and all that stuff?
Wow.
But like you said, if people give you a gift, stop spreading that nonsense. You're right.
Yep. Tell him, G-Man.
And not only that, like he think he's smarter than yours truly, man. And he's not smarter, man.
He's smart. They think they're smarter than Zeus?
No, they think they're smarter than you and I and all that guy, the host, and what I did that gift.
Wow.
And I come in there, try to cut me off cutter, so get me lose my thought, and you think you get the upper hand. That's I get tired of those same old games. I'm too old for the nonsense.
Tell him.
And I'm older than him to probably be his father. And he playing the same old tricks. I said, boy, you're Billy Bob's. I call him Billy Bob's and Bakey. I don't call them Maggot Demons. I call them Billy Bob's and Bakey, man.
Yeah.
I'm hardworking, manufacturing, just like everybody else. I don't know everything. At least I admit that.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of stuff with the creators like Ange and you and the DJ and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I admit that you don't know everything to hold the ground, but there's too much pride and ego, and you just try to think, Trump, to me, this is me.
Yeah.
Because I'm born and raised in New York. I'll be 16 in June. I know.
Congratulations.
Yes. I know about him from the get-go. just to maintain white supremacy.
Oh.
He's the last bastion of white supremacy. If people who grew up in New York, former New Yorker like myself, and people, you know how he get away with it all these freaking decades. I think it's karma's finally slowly catch up with him. But he's gonna be judged at his jury, his peers. We gotta find out. I live in Georgia now. It's kind of funny. 2 criminal cases in the state of New York, the place I was born. Right. And I reside in Georgia. The wrath of the G-men put the hex with that draft order at the get-go. So
tell him.
I don't want to hold you up. You're live. You're an awesome gentleman.
Thank you, brother. You're never holding it up. You're never holding it up. All right.
And you speak for me because I don't like to go too much lies. But thank you to be my voice.
You're welcome.
Everybody like you, Ange, and EJ, everybody.
All right, brother. All right. Listen.
Let you go. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to G-Man. Thank you, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got to address the elephant in the room. All right. They say Donald Trump was handed a lifeline. A New York appeals court has given Donald Trump 10 more days to post his bond to satisfy the civil fraud judgment and cut the amount of money necessary to $175 million. It is a major lifeline for the former president, who along with his adult son and company were fined more than $464 million, including interest. The ruling staves off prospects for now New York Attorney General Letitia James seeking to seize the former president's property to enforce the judgment against him. Trump has been struggling to come up with the means to post the $464 million bond, the total that he would have had to need before today's appellate decision. You know what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me in giving Donald Trump and the two-tier justice system what they deserve. A round of boos and shame. Wow. I got to look up the details about this, all right? Now, listen. It's still a good chunk of money, all right, and he has 10 days to do it. But you know what? This is definitely a sign that we need more accountability, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move it along. Why did Biden pay the judge in New York $10 million? Jimmy, I don't want to hear it. Jimmy, silence. Jimmy, you are a liar. I've caught you in so many lies, bro. All right, good morning, Brother Lex.
What's up, man?
Good morning, champ. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right. Just sticking to the script, my good friend. Let's go. Hey! 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 He is.
Guess what? It's Monday. It's not a fun day.
Hey!
It's not that money. Oh, honey.
Hey!
Broke.
Hey!
Hey! Broke. Now he gonna holler. Give me $5. But he's broke. Brokety broke. Let's talk about Snuggles. Head like a bubble. He likes to struggle. Looks like a muggle. He's rough and tuggle. I don't know what else rhymes with Uncle.
Oh my God. I love it. Keep it going.
Broken ain't broke. Woo! Broken ain't broke.
Hey!
All right, okay. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Go ahead, break it down, Lex.
So, if you're a billionaire, I'm rich. I'm totally rich.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make everybody rich. I'm rich. We're all gonna be rich. Give me $5, 20 times a day on the internet.
Wow.
Give me a dollar. Give me a dollar if you got it. You got a dollar?
Yeah.
You sound like one of those on corner of down in Rosecrans out there, the ones you know I'm talking about.
Right.
I can't get $5. Please.
Wow. Tell him.
So, what'd you say about $175 million bond? What are you talking about?
That's the appeals court. You know, it was 464. They're saying they cut it down to $175 million. Now,
okay. Is it?
Huh?
By today?
He got 10 days to put the cash up. I didn't read that he put the $175 million cash up. He has 10 days to do it.
For to stop the seizures?
Correct. The Letitia James civil fraud case.
Okay. Well, as it stands right now, he's got $1.9 million on whatever GoFundMe, which is paying the interest.
Right.
And then on top of that, he's not going to be able to pay that. He's not.
You don't think he's going to be able to pay the small amount?
He's trying to do that thing with True Social, right?
Yeah.
But it takes 6 months for him to do that. And plus, another thing is his stockholders. He's going to rob the people that bought stock in that because he's going to get his lion's share of stock and he's going to sell it, and it's going to tank. The price of the stock is going to drop out of the bottom if it doesn't already.
Right.
So if you're in True Social right now or whatever that is, DWAC, and you're a stockholder, and you have a significant amount of your portfolio in that, you better liquidate it.
Yeah.
Or you're going to take a hit.
Yeah.
So no, I was just thought I'd slide through. Oh yeah, I submitted your songs to my record company for some soundtrack stuff. I'll see what they say back.
Fair enough. Well, listen, Lex, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it from Lex. All right, listen, keep it coming. Send more beats. All right, I like to play around. All right, but listen, I agree with you. It's pretty much 200 million. This is on top of the E. Jean Carroll. This is still a significant amount of money that Donald Trump is having to shell out, which we all know is going to, like he said, stop him from being on the campaign trail as much as he would like to. So I'm very, very concerned that they cut it down. All right, I'm very concerned, but at the end of the day, that's still a good chunk of money, and justice delayed is justice denied, and I do believe we will eventually get justice.
He still owes the 400 and.
No.
They cut it down?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what? I'm a white collar crime. You know that?
Huh?
I said maybe I need to get in the white collar crime because somebody can go to a grocery store and steal a 6-pack of Yoo-Hoo and get 20 years in prison.
Right.
But then these people steal billions of dollars and they get a slap on the wrist and they get to go to a country club prison for a year or two and they get right back out. I don't get it.
Wow.
So all of you Trump voters, for everybody that was in January 6th is doing 5, 10, 15, 20 years in prison, look at this guy. He did not pardon you. You're doing some years in prison. You're getting fined $250,000, $300,000. You're going to have nothing when you get out.
Bingo.
And yet you're allowing him to get away. And this man is not the Antichrist, Takesha. I'm sorry I have to disagree with you because he's too damn stupid.
Oh my God. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Lex. He still has to pay it off. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, this is quite the thing going on right here today. Look at this is justice happening in real time. I thought you were here, Ms. Morningstar. Where did you go, Ms. Morningstar? I thought you were here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, the beautiful Yazzie Jazzy. How are you doing?
I'm good. I swallowed too much burnt baby calf hair and all that other stuff. But I'm better.
All right, don't do too much. Don't do too much out there.
Thank you. I was screaming, so come on, get going. Oh my gosh. I forget. Right. Good thing branding's only one time a year, but.
Right.
Yeah. I just want to say about the settlement. I'm just like, really?
Oh.
It was like a fourth?
Wow, what a shame, right?
What a shame.
Shame on New York. We wanted to see them stick it on.
10 more days.
You gotta all right, keep it clean, Yazzie. I heard you. Thank you, Jess.
I'm so sorry. I didn't think I said
We caught her, Jess. You're right. Thank you for the reminder. All right. So they cut it down. Yazzie.
Okay, I just want to say what he did in New York was not okay. I cannot change my land from agriculture to residential, okay?
Oh,
I will tell you, an acre of my land is worth $8,000, okay? That's what the state of Colorado values it at. If I were to change it to residential, it could be worth from $100,000 to $145,000 and that's not developed, okay? But that means there's going to be a school close by. Depending on the age of the children, I'm going to have elementary. what other do you need to have? Middle school, high school. I'm going to have a sewer
Right.
system in place. I'm going to have water in place for them. I'm going to have a mailing system. So the United States Postal Service is going to have mailbox, all this stuff. That's the difference. And what Donald Trump did is he said he had all this residential property, which he doesn't. It's corporate property, which is something completely different also. So, and he owes. And then he tried to say that Mar-a-Lago's only worth $18 million because that's all he was ever paying in taxes.
Wow.
People. That was all. And then they're like, no, we're going to give you 28. It's worth 28. He didn't want to pay 28. That was worth 28 million. But then they want to tell us it was worth $1 billion.
Wow.
Worth. It's not ever going to get sold because we have a big trust, family trust, that ours never gets sold unless it's a family that's going to farm that has similar last names, blood ties, whatever. But the point is like he cheated the New York system. He owes all those taxpayers all that money. That money and he has to pay interest. And I mean, come on, people. Why should he needs that? You guys need that money in New York, and also the American people needs it. And he needs to give us our money back.
Yeah.
And Snuggles and all you MAGA demons, keep giving him all your money. Sell your house, sell your car, sell.
Yep. Keep on doing it. We're here for it.
Get broke. I'm like, do it. And I'm like, and that guy that was praying or whatever. Oh my God, that's blasphemy.
Yeah.
And, hey, but keep your religion out of my politics. I'm tired of it. And I was really grateful that Ken Beck said that, Mike Gallagher resigned. And didn't he say there was 3 people more that were going to resign? So it might be a 50-50 house.
They're all going to flee.
We're going to have Representative Hakeem.
Yes. Tell him, Yazzie.
It's possible. I heard that. Lauren Boebert, remember, I'm in District 4 where it's red, everybody. Lauren Boebert is losing her shorts here. She's getting out of state donors, but nobody wants her here in the rural America. She's not even close. I don't even think she's 5th anymore. She might be 9th now, okay?
Yeah.
So don't you worry, guys. She ain't coming back. We're taking out the trash here.
Bingo. Tell them Yazzie Jazzy.
And one more thing, guys. I just want to tell Zeus, you're looking very handsome today.
Hey. Thank you, Yazzie. It's so awesome. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you guys have a great day. Oh, check out my videos I posted. We're going to start strip tilling and vertical tilling in our...
What is strip tilling? What is strip tilling?
So strip tilling, so that we don't, the topsoil is where you have most of your nutrients, because even though you have nitrogen and all these other ones, they don't actually go all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So if you strip till, you just kind of break up a little bit, and you put fertilizer in there, so then the seed can get the nutrients because it stays close by. When the seed pops up, it can get it. Vertical tilling is so we don't get all this, like we call it, the wind blows out here a lot, so if we can keep the soil together, so you keep the moisture content. Look at me, I'm like showing you the
Yeah. I'm okay.
And they're really big. It's a really big tillage machine. I posted on my video. But thank you for all you guys' support. Love you guys. Have a great day.
All right, love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it to the beautiful Yazzie Jazzy. All right, we're strip tilling. We're strip tilling we're strip tilling up and down, ladies and gentlemen. You know
strip tilling, vertical tilling, and if you really want to watch a baby calf being branded, and they do cry, and the moms are actually looking for their babies. They're like, crying for them. But next year we're going to be doing freeze branding, which isn't as painful, they tell us, and eventually we're going to probably microchip our calves.
Oh wow. Well, listen,
we have to make sure that sale barns, that everywhere the process of beef to have your steaks, everybody, that's where your hamburger and your steaks come from. Remember that. They don't come from the store, they come from me, okay?
Tell them, Yazzie. All right.
So eventually we'll do chips, which will be good because then people can't steal your cattle when they're on market and stuff like that. I'm just going to tell you. Love you guys.
All right.
One more thing.
Yes.
I have a petition on my wall. It's HR 1511. That was from the 70s and 80s when, the undocumented workers came over. Some of them did get amnesty through Ronald Reagan. Well, there's some people that have been here 20, 30 years.
Wow.
That even though they're giving other people the road to citizenship, they aren't giving these people, but they've been paying I-10s, which is just an identification number to the IRS so they can pay their taxes. They've been paying taxes, Medicare, Social Security for decades, and they aren't getting anything. If any of you guys, I put the website. If you just would sign it, it's free. Just please put your name on that petition. We're just trying to get
the link is in your bio.
It's in my bio. We're
All
just
right.
trying to get 1 million signatures so we can take it to our representatives, so we can try to at least. I mean, these people who are still working and still paying taxes, Medicare, Social Security. They have
All
a
right.
right.
Well, listen, all right. Follow Yazzie, ladies and gentlemen, and check out the link in her bio.
Love you
all right.
guys.
All right.
Love you.
Gotta
Love
move.
you,
Gotta
Yazzie.
move it. All right. Love you too.
Bye.
Gotta move it on, Yazzie. But thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up the next panelist. Oh my goodness, the beautiful Shay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, Uncle Tom. I want you to go host that live, Uncle Tom, and talk all about how much you're winning, all right? And I will be right there with you, Uncle Tom. I'll be right there with you. Hilarious. Good morning, Shay.
Good morning, Kingdom and Zeus. How's everybody this morning?
Yes. Oh, wow. We've had a bit of an up and down this morning, but you know what? I still think this is a good thing. Nothing makes me happier than to know that once again, Donald Trump is having to shell out millions and millions of dollars that he doesn't have.
Absolutely. That's what I wanted to come on and say. Let's be very clear. Just because they cut the amount and gave him an extension does not say he's innocent.
You hear that, Uncle Tom?
So let's be real clear what just happened, because they were all like, oh, he's going to appeal it, it's BS, it's a witch hunt, it's all that. So the appeals court agrees he committed fraud.
Bingo.
Okay? He's guilty.
Case closed. He's an insurrectionist.
So there it is. He got his appeal. It cut some of the fines off, gave him only an extension. If he doesn't come up with the money, he still gets property seized. That's all this did. It did not render him innocent or not guilty of any of this fraud. So
Thank you.
Very clear, MAGA.
Uncle Tom, send the money today.
Agrees with Judge Engeron. So there it is.
Listen, Shay, it cracks me up. They still think they're winning, even though Trump has to pay millions of dollars for fraud.
Yeah. I mean, he keeps losing. Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't $500 million, but it's still a couple $100 million. Let's cut it out, you guys. Seriously.
I know, right? I mean, would you like to settle with a $200 million fine because you frauded the taxpayers of New York?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. I mean, honestly, the E. Jean Carroll did it to him, right? He was already tapped out. This is just a cherry on top.
Oh, absolutely. And again, even if they lessen that amount,
I love it.
Still doesn't mean he's innocent. It still means he's liable for SA.
Tell him, Shay.
So,
Tell him, Shay. And I want all of you MAGA demons out there. Let's just fast track it. All right. Send him your 401ks. Send him what's in your checking and your savings account, and he should be able to pay this off in a few days. Let's not waste 10 days, right?
Absolutely. And this thing with the merger, guys, I love how y'all are, but he got $3 billion. No, he didn't. It shows you do not understand stock mergers, buybacks, any of the stuff that's going on. It's going to be really interesting how it happens, right?
Yeah.
I do think there's some kind of Ponzi scheme going on with Truth Social.
Right.
If you look at Truth Social, there might be 10 million people on there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nowhere near the size of X or TikTok with millions of followers, hundreds of millions of followers. How they absolutely valued that, because it doesn't make sense. I'm on Truth Social. The only advertisers on there are very pro MAGA. There's not any diversity. You're not able to say anything against Trump or you get booted off the app.
Right.
It is not a good location for anybody as far as social media goes. So I think it's absolute BS. They've been saying that.
Bingo.
That once this goes public, and I think it just did, the stockholders and all that already dropped 12%.
Wow.
It is not going to be this valuation.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're really starting to see who the real Donald Trump is, aren't we? He's not as wealthy as we thought he was for some strange reason.
Yeah, it's weird, right? But they throw these little carrots out to keep his base. They could see he's really a billionaire. Look at this deal. It's like, yeah, that deal's going to sink. It's going to be interesting to see what the value of it is in 6 months, which is the only time he can actually cash out, right?
Bingo. Bingo. Tell him, Shane. Tell him, Shane. No lies detected, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We are running probably one of the honest broadcasts today, and what we've made crystal clear today is Donald Trump isn't winning. Him and his supporters still are taking L's. All right?
Absolutely.
And that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Right, Jimmy? Right, Jimmy? Y'all send him the money. He needs it today.
So the court will set a new trial date with the Alvin Braggs. They've got the hearing today.
Oh.
So Donald Trump's literally in court right now on the Alvin Bragg's case.
Okay.
Because they were
so the April 15th date, that's not set in stone is what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
No. It was April 15th, but I do know they're in there trying to get the actual date locked in.
Yes, they are. They are.
Wow.
So we'll see. We'll see when the actual trial starts. But there you go.
All right.
That's his first criminal trial. So y'all can
All right.
Zero convictions will be done in about 3 weeks. I have it. Or whenever.
Amen.
The trial date. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Amen.
All right, my friend. I'll let you go. Everybody.
All right.
Have a day in the kingdom.
All right. Well, listen.
Yeah.
Love you too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Zeus to depart and go and tend to other affairs in the kingdom, right? I know, we can do this for hours. I know. But before I go, I want to sign off because, listen, I got to land the airplane. And listen, go ahead and unbuckle your seatbelts and grab your luggage, all right? Because the plane is landing and you're free to depart the aircraft, all right? But before you do, I want to end it by saying this. Listen up, MAGA. We woke up today ready to take a bite out of Donald Trump's you-know-what, right? Letitia James was waiting. We were ready to take everything Trump had on the table, all right? But make no mistake, we might not have gotten everything he wanted. But rest assured that Biden's DOJ will not stop until we wipe Donald Trump's plate clean off the map, right? It doesn't matter if E. Jean Carroll gets it. It doesn't matter if Letitia James gets it. It doesn't matter if Fonnie Willis gets it. It doesn't matter if Alvin Bragg gets it. It doesn't matter if Jack Smith gets it. It doesn't matter if Stormy Daniels or Michael Cohen gets it, ladies and gentlemen. One of us is going to get that money. Oh, yeah, listen. All they did in New York, as far as I'm concerned, is they left a little more on the plate so that some of the other hungry wolves out there can get some. Right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, they're going to leave some. They're leaving some for Jack Smith and Fonnie Willis. All right, but rest assured, MAGA, come November, Donald Trump will be broke. You Trump supporters, you can't send him enough money to stop what's coming. You can't stop the train, like Fonnie Willis said. You know, while you were out there doing that little charade, running through Fonnie Willis's personal romantic life, Fonnie Willis said, you know what? I'm going to still keep pushing through motions and doing my research to make sure that come August, by summer, she said, by summer, we will be ready to take Donald Trump down and to take him to trial. Thank you, Fonnie Willis. I might be freezing. It must be the MAGA demon, all right? All right, and so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take that as my cue to get up out of here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. And in the meantime and in between time, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to say this. I got to give a round of applause to all of my gifters and my subscribers, the panelists, and the moderators. Number one, you all deserve a round of applause. I forgot to do that, right? I'm so sorry. All right. And in one round of booze and shame for all of the Zeus haters out there, you know who they are, the Uncle Toms, the Snuggles, the Clickbaits, the Russian Bears, right? These are some Zeus haters. These are some cult members that worship Donald J. Trump and his leader, Vladimir Putin, all right? They peddle misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Russia. Join me in giving them a round of booze and shame. This is our final round. Get them out of here.
Silence, you.
right, now on that note, take care and stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do out there in those TikTok streets.
The most handsome in the kingdom.
Sure, Jimmy. Snuggles is a liar. He got his degree from Trump University.
Like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen. We are. It's over, MAGA. Go ahead and celebrate that Donald Trump has to shell out millions of dollars to Letitia James. Thank you, Miss Mosby. Reggie, it's Jessica. All right. Mom said you're back in the basement, Jimmy. You got him, Miss Mosdiva. Lady Rima. Hey, let's go. Love you too, Colston. Hey, he gonna have to give up those millions of dollars. And I'm here for it.
I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet.
Get him, Miss Mosdiva. You call that a win, MAGA? That's not a win where I'm from. If it was a win, they would have said he doesn't owe any money. You gotta understand how this works. They think this is a win. Imagine this, MAGA. You owe me $1 million. I say you owe me $1 million, and then we go to court, and then you only owe me $500,000. And then you go, I won. You know how it is when you strike a deal. You aim high, but you settle wherever you gotta, right? That's how this works. Letitia James came out the winner. Multi-million-dollar winner, all right? If you play around with love. Reggie, my man.
If you can't swim, don't be in the pool.
And wow. Thank you, Ange, G-Man, Rio, Linda. Let's go. Hey. Yeah, Trump is guilty. Committing fraud. Tony. He's an insurrectionist. Have a great day, Wanda. All right, Coles. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's get our goal. You know I'm so handsome. Jazzy Jazzy. Jazzy, and click on the link in the bio. Tiffany for the people, it's okay. We'll be back tomorrow. Southern Delight. Hey. Absolutely. Here we go.
I just want to buy
this is
11,780.
Right.
One more than we have.
And that's how you get a RICO investigation, all right? Isn't that right, Zaza? Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Reggie, where you at? Let's hit him with the Jack Smith remix.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Swerving.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Hey.
Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Right, and he's a big Trump hater.
He's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater.
Yeah.
And his wife.
Yeah.
Is even more of a
And you know what? I'll say this, right? We got Trump facing 700 years, right? And you know they're going to go to trial. And if they go to trial and you know they do what they did, and they say, you know what, 700 years is a little too much, and they cut it down to 400 years. I'm going to still be happy, ladies and gentlemen. I really will be, right? I'm not going to. All right, justice prevailed today, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake, these traitors are going to be out here in the comments section. They're going to be trying to celebrate that this is somehow a victory. It's not a victory. The only way it would have been a victory for you, MAGA, is if they would have said case dismissed. And they didn't do that. Like Shay said, he's still guilty, all right? And he's going to have to pay millions and millions of dollars. So listen up, Jimmy, and all of you out there. Do me a huge favor. Go on to your emails right now and open up that email from your leader, Lord and Savior Donald Trump. And go ahead and send that money, all right? and keep doing this, right? Keep doing this.
We're going to win so much.
Remember?
We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military.
Uh-oh.
We're going to win with health care and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning.
Right.
We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
Right.
We win more.
More. And then you know what he's going to do after that, right? You know, when the results come out, he's going to do like this.
It's such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight. And then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory.
All right.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left.
But what happened?
And all of a sudden everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country.
It is.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
I love it. And that's what they do, right? They're going to sit here and do the exact same thing. We were getting ready to walk away from this Letitia James thing. Frankly, we did walk away from it. These folks, ladies and gentlemen, they are ridiculous. All right, before I get out of here, I got to drop the bomb, and you know exactly what that is.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
You ain't black? You ain't nothing but a modern-day slave. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and stay